You want to hear something shocking? Within just a few short weeks, Social Security is pulling the plug on paper checks. That's right, after September 30th, the decades-long tradition of receiving those envelopes in the mailbox comes to an end. No more waiting by the door, no more paper in hand. For anyone still relying on checks, October is going to feel like someone yanked the floor out from underneath you. This isn't a rumor or speculation, it's official. The Treasury Department and the Social Security Administration have confirmed that payments will be digital only, with very limited exceptions. And that makes September 20th the critical date you need to circle. Think of it as the buffer zone, the line in the sand. Miss this window, and you could be putting your retirement income in jeopardy. Now, I know many of you watching are 60 years old or older. Some of you are already retired, and others are about to take that step. I'd love for you to comment your age and state down below. I really want to see who's taking action ahead of the change. Because here's the reality. This deadline is going to separate people who are fully prepared from those who end up scrambling in October. So, let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through 5 things you absolutely must handle before September 20th. We'll start with the simple fixes, little details that might seem minor but can create huge headaches if ignored, and work our way up to the single most important step that can protect your benefits and your peace of mind. 1. Double-check your direct deposit information. It sounds basic, right? But this is where more people trip up than you'd imagine. Maybe you set up direct deposit years ago and haven't looked at it since. In the meantime, banks merge, routing numbers change, accounts get closed, or maybe you switched to a smaller credit union. Here's the problem. Social Security doesn't automatically update your information. If the account details they have on file don't match an active account come October, your payment won't arrive. It won't bounce back to you in a check. It won't trigger a warning call. It will just sit there undelivered while you're left wondering why the money never showed up. And getting the issue fixed can take weeks, sometimes longer, because millions of payments are being processed. The fix is quick. Log into your My Social Security account or call the office directly before September 20th. Confirm that your bank name, routing number, and account number are all current. 10 minutes of checking now can prevent weeks of waiting later. 2. Review your tax withholding. A lot of people assume Social Security benefits are always tax-free. Unfortunately, that's not true. If you have other income, like a pension, part-time work, or withdrawals from an IRA, your benefits may be taxable. Here's why this matters right now. Once paper checks disappear, so does the paper trail. You won't be able to glance at the stub each month to see how much was withheld. Everything becomes digital, and errors are easier to miss. If your withholding is too low, you could get hit with a nasty surprise tax bill in April. If it's too high, you're basically giving the IRS an interest-free loan for the whole year. Neither option works in your favor. Before September 20th, take a look at your withholding settings. You can use the IRS Form W-4V to choose how much tax is taken out of each benefit payment. It may not be exciting, but it could mean the difference between smooth sailing and a stressful tax season. 3. Strengthen your fraud protection. Scammers thrive during transition periods, and this change to electronic payments is exactly the kind of shift they look for. Here's how the scams usually work. Someone calls pretending to be from Social Security. Or you get a text message with a link claiming you need to update your account. Maybe even a letter that looks official. The end goal is always the same, to trick you into giving up your account information. And the group they target most aggressively? Retirees. Click one bad link or hand over details to the wrong person, and your benefit payments could be redirected into a scammer's account. By the time you realize something's wrong, weeks could have gone by, and fixing it is not always quick or guaranteed. Here's how you protect yourself. Set up multi-factor authentication on your My Social Security account. Never click links in emails or text messages claiming to be from Social Security. Remember, the Social Security Administration does not call to threaten you with cutting off payments. If someone says that, hang up. Take these steps before September 20th. Once the paper system disappears, your digital security becomes your first line of defense. 4. Get ahead on Medicare planning. This one is easy to overlook, but the timing couldn't be worse if you ignore it. Medicare's open enrollment starts in October. That's when millions of retirees flood the system, making changes to their plans, adjusting prescription coverage, or shopping for better options. Here's where it connects. When Social Security goes fully digital, your Medicare premiums, if you have them deducted from your benefits, are processed the same way. If your information isn't up to date and something glitches, your premium might not get paid. And if Medicare doesn't get paid, your coverage can lapse. Getting it reinstated isn't always automatic, and you could end up paying medical bills out of pocket. So, before September 20th, review how your Medicare premiums are handled. If they're deducted from Social Security, confirm your account information is solid. If you pay separately, consider setting up automatic payments from the same account you use for your benefits. And here's a bonus. Every September, Medicare Advantage and Part D providers send out letters explaining changes to premiums and drug coverage for the next year. Too many people toss those letters aside. Don't make that mistake. You could miss cheaper or better options. Handle it early, before the enrollment rush in October. 5. Secure your online access. The ultimate step, this last one, is the most important of all. Once Social Security flips to digital only, everything from cost of living adjustments to tax notices to benefit updates will arrive electronically. There will be no more envelopes in the mailbox to remind you of changes. If you don't have your online account set up, or if your email, phone number, or login details are outdated, you could miss information that affects your benefits. I've seen people go months without realizing their benefit increased because they never logged in. Worse, others missed important notices about overpayments or reviews, and their benefits were paused until the issue was fixed. Here's what you should do now. Make sure you can log into your My Social Security account easily. Update your email address and phone number. Set up text or email alerts. Write down your password in a secure place so you're not scrambling to find it. Think of this account as the control center for your retirement income. When paper disappears, this becomes your lifeline. Don't wait until late September when the system is overloaded with people making last-minute fixes. Handle it now and glide smoothly through the transition. Recap. Here are the 5 steps that will keep your retirement income safe and stress-free. Verify your direct deposit details. Adjust your tax withholding if needed. Strengthen your fraud protection. Review your Medicare payment setup. Lock in your online Social Security access. If you check these boxes before September 20th, you'll be ready for the change. When October arrives, you won't even notice the difference. Your money will be safe, steady, and uninterrupted. But those who wait? They'll be stuck in long phone lines, facing delays, and stressing about missing payments. If this video gave you clarity, I'd encourage you to subscribe. Here, we focus on cutting through the noise. No panic, no confusion. Just timely, practical steps that help you retire smarter.